basic survival bag crafting tutorial. During your time on the SCUM Island you will need to carry numerous assets with you to survive. In this tutorial we will learn how to expand your inventory space with a useful human utility, a bag. To start you will need to sacrifice your clothes. Please cut your undershirt and your pants into rags.
So I don't have my undershirt anymore, so I'm wondering how this quest is going to work without the items it expects you to have. So does it care what I cut up? So I have my pants still, so let's cut up. Let's just cut a shirt and some pants. Let's see what happens here. Checking out the new updates, SCUM major updates, and hot fixes this weekend, so I'm interested to see what's going on here. So far, pretty cool. They have very detailed female character models in the game now.
Bear form.
So that worked. Let's cut these pants. I'll cut this hat. Does that do anything?
Yeah. Landed that second stack. There we go.
So there's my quest. They got quest systems implemented, which is pretty good. Completely new UI, so the new vicinity thing's great. The inventory for containers, awesome. Pops up right here in the middle. Good use of space. They also have filtering up here at the top left, so you can filter items if there's a bunch of stuff being displayed, which is also pretty awesome. You can open the inventory of items like, well, if you, I guess if you get a kill or whatever, if you're trying to look through backpacks and stuff like that, you can open up right in the middle as opposed to having to scroll through a endless list of things. So that worked. So you don't have to keep your original shirt, so it seems to track, so long as it's pants or a shirt, a categorically speaking. So that's good.
Good work. Rags are very useful for human assets. They can be utilized for crafting items or to prevent the leaking of human body parts. I believe the term is bleeding. In this tutorial we will focus on the crafting aspect of rags. To proceed, please cut 2 of your newly acquired rags into rag strips.
What are we waiting for?
Developers on this game have a decent sense of humor. I don't think they should have tried to apply it to this AI. I think they should just leave it in, I don't know. Maybe not attempt humor like that. It's okay, but I would make those attempts at humor by the AI rare and more impactful. Okay, so we need to craft a bag. So cut 2 rags into some good strips here. Stripes. Gotta rip these up, make some basically some rope. Improvised rope. And I do need to work on my survival skills so I can create some ammo, which I think should require a lot more tools. Maybe the workshops that are in towns, like using have like a reloading bench.
Shit.
Set
I
up.
wasn't paying attention to my life. Not to mention our
Oh, okay. I couldn't cut the dirty rags. I didn't even catch that. Wait, I made a rope, and then I made a bag, but it didn't use the rope? One of two. It didn't make an audible sound. There we go. Alright, now I need some more cloth material. I've got extra rags here. So I didn't create 2 of those. Oh, I just lost my knife. All right. Hey, Bubba Tim. What games are you playing? Nice. Fame points are great. Okay, so that worked. At least they exposed that their joking algorithm is in early access. And it's not consuming rope. Creating the backpack is not consuming rope, so they need to fix that. That's a bug. Okay, so this is all good stuff I need to do anyways, because I gotta build up my survival skill. So this is great. I like the UI here is a good extension of what they had before. Shows you what you've completed. Expand those. Tells you what you did, which is good. I wonder how many completed missions it keeps track of. Main missions, side missions, and tutorial missions. So I wonder if this tab will disappear once you complete all tutorial missions. So they could really use tabs here instead of like the scroll they got going on here. They really need to break this down into tabs so they have tools and weapons and items, food and blueprints, things like that. But they've got it where you're still scrolling, so I'm guessing they're probably going to be updating this too in the future. Hey, thanks for the follow, Bubba. Appreciate that. So yeah, we can go ahead and. So here's a shelter. So if it's red, you can't place it there. I'm not really gonna stay here. I just want to get things working here. Pick that up. Cut down a bush. It's gonna take 100 bushes to build this shelter. And cut a tree down. There's a bush right over there, and cut that bush down. It takes a ton of sticks to build the shelters. So yours should be done today. So you're having a PC built? Is that what's... Did you like order it from iBuyPower or Dell or something like that? Okay, they need to dry up the AI a little bit. It's too much. I need big bundled sticks. For learning on PC, you're just talking about mouse and keyboard. So, you know, learning how to use WASD and stuff like that. Really, you just got to play, right? I would definitely recommend getting a good mouse and keyboard. So don't stick with like you don't want a membrane keyboard. You don't want like a low end optical mouse or business type mouse. I would stay away from wireless because it's more than likely you may end up with something of sub-tier quality unless you really fork out some money for something nice. And then you'll just end up frustrating yourself when batteries start to die or your signal is, if you have interference nearby, could cause problems. So just a decent quality mouse and keyboard would be a good place to start. Most specifically would be your mouse. Mice are so game companies, guys who build consoles like Nintendo and Sony and everything like that, they put a lot of R&D to how they develop their controllers. So it's important for you to go out and find a mouse that works for your hand. So depending on how you hold that mouse, will basically dictate what kind of mouse you want. So go to Best Buy, go to Walmart, all the places that have mice and keyboards, and just hold them in your hand, feel them, touch them, play with them, see how they feel. Find something that really works for you because it's really a personal thing. You can talk to different people and they're all going to swear by whatever they use because it's what fits them best. It's what they're most comfortable with. So that's what you need to do. If you're playing first-person shooters a lot, then your mouse is going to be the most important thing. And then your keyboard would be second. Most people like mechanical keyboards. They're going to last you the longest. You can get a fairly inexpensive mechanical keyboards these days with cherry switches. I would recommend if you're gaming, you want a red switch or some sort of linear switch that doesn't click. Look at that. Yeah, if you have any computer questions or IT questions, I can answer almost any and all of those. I've been in the business for a long time. So this thing takes a lot of sticks. So I need 4 more long sticks. That pick a lot of bushes, especially the larger ones. Let's just cut down a couple of trees. Get a bunch of sticks off of trees. Is that Director? I appreciate the follow. Thanks a lot. Glad you guys are joining the stream. I love survival games, so SCUM is one of them I really like. It's a pretty intense game sometimes. Otherwise, there's a lot of downtime, just looting and gathering and building. But the kills in the game, when you find someone, come across someone, pretty huge. You definitely remember those. Play the games like Zomboid and 7 Days when we got time. It's always good to have someone in the family to help you build a PC. You can save a ton of money. You get a lot better parts in the end. Things break on it, easy to replace them. Easy to upgrade. Did you go AMD or did you go Intel? Oh, for God's sake. So like when you uncraft something, objects get stuck in your blueprints. See if I can move it. There we go. Still need more sticks. Did I lose my knife again? I need to get a better knife. These stone knives don't last. These new character models are great. I'm glad they take their time and they don't give in too much to all the people screaming at them to do certain things. I know they're releasing features at crazy pace, but at least they do take a little bit of time to get things right. All right, I just cut that tree down, but nothing's happening. Maybe losing the server here. This is not good. Can I interact with this stuff? No. Well, we may be getting disconnected here in a second. So I guess we can talk about some things until then. Does this work? There it goes. Reconnect in a second. Other things you can do, there's Bubba, there's a bunch of different stuff you could do, like even like websites where you can go to if you want to practice aim. So if you've been playing FPS on console and you need to practice aim with your mouse, there's like aimbooster.com is a good place. It's got little games you can play just to work on your mouse movements to hit targets. There's other games that do the similar things like that. You'll definitely want to just tweak your sensitivity settings to make sure that's the mouse movements are good. In most FPS, you want to make sure sensitivity is not too high or not too low. Just make sure it's comfortable for you. And then other than that, that's pretty much it. Just make sure things are comfortable for your input, and then practice. Because just as much as you play on the console, over time you've developed skills inherently than how well you play with a controller as opposed to a mouse and keyboard. So you just have to practice and just put game time in. So just play. So I play a lot of Overwatch, and for Overwatch, I still practice. So like I'll run custom games without other players just so I can practice certain things and certain movements with my mouse. And so that's something you may want to do too, is just set up games and scenarios where you can practice without having other people influence how you play the game. Hopefully the server's back. Usually they come back pretty quick. Here we go. Hey, look at that. It's still here. Still have my knife. Okay. Maybe it's working now. $1,200 should get you a really good PC. I know video cards are expensive these days, but that would get you a good GPU and CPU. So hopefully it's in you should get a decent multi-core system. At least, I would hope at least 1070 GTX or higher. I know GPs are pretty expensive, so it depends on when and where he bought that graphics card. There we go. That's a pretty big percentage increase for just building a shelter. All right, I'm gonna do this last one here. Rest of the meaningless life here. All right, chest. Bam. Easy. All right. I think I still have rope left over. Yep. Kind of a axe head. Need some rocks. Don't need that. Need rocks. Not that. Rocks. There we go. Well, that's good. I know I got rope over here somewhere. There it is. Well, I hope you enjoy your new PC. It's gonna be it'll be fun. It definitely unlocks a lot of new things. I played consoles growing up, but PC gaming is my thing now. Alright, we take a big tree down. Oh yeah. So have you guys, are you guys new to SCUM? Do you play SCUM? Are you interested in SCUM? Or survival games or wait, it told me to make planks, but it wants me to make tree bark rope. Okay. Oh, well, I guess I do need the planks for the chest. Yeah, Scum's a great game. I hope they continue developing it. Oh dang! Is that why your name's Director? Since you run a server and stream. Yeah, the game's a lot of fun. I like playing and running into random people and then just friending up with them and seeing where it takes me, you know. Most of the time I play lone wolf. Just kind of wandering around. Picking off targets as I find them. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, today I'm just checking out the new content, looking at the new stuff that they've added. I took a break from SCUM for a little while, just letting them. I was waiting for this update to kind of come out, seeing what kind of changes it makes to performance and UI and all that kind of stuff. Let's bundle up this stuff. Yeah, I'm really hoping that they continue to improve the servers. I know what they're really working on right now is content and the framework of the game, basically trying to get everything in place. They've been slowly adding optimizations as they go along, but the server-side optimizations are going to be huge. If they can get the server-side optimizations done, they can multi-thread a few things and not just run everything on a single thread. That would be massive. And it would be a game changer, I think. Because the gunplay and the combat could be improved by that significantly. And if they get that done, then they'll be in a really good spot in maintaining a player base. All right, so let's build this chest. Spam F. I really like the blueprinting and the placing of objects. They did a good job with that. Yeah, Though I can understand with them starting out, what they did with G-Portal. It makes sense as a small company and just trying to maintain your code base and keep control of the game. It makes sense early on. That doesn't mean that they can't change it in the future. Yeah, yeah, I don't have any history with them. I don't know anything much about Gportal other than just it's a hosting provider, it's a cloud provider, right? So, you know, they provide the servers and the resources, and GamePires put their game on top of their infrastructure. So it's just hardware. So they can put their game on anyone's hardware. Get out of here, bird. All right, so that's all the missions. Easy peasy. $25%. Okay, that's not bad from the first couple of tutorials. So you get a quarter of the way to first rank in survival. So that's not too bad. Lots of new places. Seems like they made driving a little bit easier for no skill drivers. Like I could hardly even start the car before when I had 0 in driving. Yep, you hit that. Okay. I wanted to check that, see if that actually was still obstructions. Can you ramp? Nope. That could just be the angle though. Get a premium previous service with G-Portal and get unlimited RAM for your server. Right. Well, the biggest problem is CPU in this game anyways. I mean, add all the RAM you want for keeping track of items and things like that, but it's this game, the problem in the game is not RAM, it's CPU. And threading, thread management, stuff like that. Let's go to a town real quick. Is that area in B3 to the northwest of B3? Is that new? And I haven't been to those green circles yet. Because those are the safe zones, right? I should go to the safe zone. So I'm going to hit that B3 spot and then go to a safe zone. Check it out. Yeehaw! I love the birds. They're great. They spawn a lot. Great target practice. And I'm gonna hit a tree. Yeah. Trying to take the shortest route here. Oh, that didn't work. I'm going the wrong way. Man, I suck at driving cars. Come on. I love it when they land right next to you and just throw something at it. It's like, yeah, free meat. Get right over through here, maybe. Just want to cut through here. It's a giant rock. This is not happening. It's going to take longer to get through here with the car. I'm just going to get out. There's a couple of people on this server. It's not a full server. I wanted to get on here and just look around a little bit. Oh, okay. There's some mechs over here. Let's go get shot. Ooh, it's a puppet. Whoa, lag. Sit down. Ah, sweet. Farm that free fame. Oh, I want this guy's jacket. This is where I get my clothes. Puppet shop. Heck yeah. I love the new inventory. It's great. Those are slightly better than what I had before. It's good to have an extra pair of pants. Is there good loot here? Wow, that mech goes way back there. You don't like the new inventory system. What do you not like about it? I mean, it's very similar to what it was before. They just added they modified the vicinity, and then you can open up containers in the main view here. Target engaged, you can't see me. What is up with that? He's gonna walk over here, so I'm gonna stay low. Oh wow, yeah. That was easy. Visually obstructive. I can see that. Maybe if they add some way to modify the opacity of it or something. Or resize it. But it is nice that you can, at least before you had to scroll through a long list of things, and in boxes you couldn't understand where things are organized, so you'd have to empty out a box before to get something to fit. Like if you had a big bag, you'd have to take everything out of the box and put it back in. This crazy robot's chasing me. Oh, I need that magazine. Yeah, car inventory it'd be huge. I need some more ammo. Give me the goods. Oh, he's got his angry eyes on. Well, I mean, I guess if you get a bigger screen, you could solve that problem. But I mean, like, what else are you gonna do? I mean, where else would you put it? I mean, I suppose you could substitute, maybe swap out sections of inventory, but I mean, you need to be able to drag those things places. Or maybe you would like to reorganize the screen as you dynamically open something. But you still need to have access to your holsters. You still need to have access to your main inventory. So you'd have to morph the vicinity section somehow. I mean, you only got so much screen real estate and you got so many pockets to put things. So you can get to these pretty easy. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in there. There's a hole. Look at all this stuff. There's a bird. This is kind of like easy loot. I don't know if I want all this stuff. Wait, how does that guy see me from here? Wow. Man, he can see over a building or over obstructions. Get some new boots. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I kind of rather a double click open the inventory rather than right click open. He's walking into the yard. It would really suck if you trigger one robot and they all come after you. That would be bad. I gotta move out of the way here. Good thing they're not networked. Yeah, now I got two after me. I was good until I had two. Let's go look at these. I'm guessing those are just the typical. Check this place out. Ah, it's a nice bow. Already got one. Same pull weight and everything. That's the kind of stuff I want right now, is just crafting junk. Hello. This is a ladder. Wow. Am I missing something here? I can't climb the oh, there it goes. Nope, that's that treasure. No, it's broken. Unbelievable. Oh. That's a trigger happy, Mick. Whoops. I'm glad they have a bad aim. Keep going, Mr. Mac. I can't touch this. Yeah, draggable and resizable, and then you can save like presets on how you manage your inventory. That'd be great. That way it'd fit everyone's, you know, preference. That, and I can see that being totally possible. You can't see me. You can't see me. Ooh. He can see me. Oh, these guys can see everything from here. Alright, I'm gonna go check out the safe zone now. Is there an exit over here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's one right over there. I'll take that one. Definitely gonna take the car. I don't understand what happened. I think that's I don't think that's something they did on purpose. I don't know why that's a thing. I would anticipate they will fix that, and you'll likely be able to reorder things. I think that's just because of the update, that's just something that's happened on the way things have been ordered. Yeah, I don't know if it's a bug. It's probably not a bug. It's just an unplanned feature. You know what I mean? Because it's not like it's broken. It's just the way it's kind of been implemented. It's kind of like when you're programming things. Sometimes you have unintended features. You end up with a game, and you're like, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. In this case, it's not one that's desired, so they'll probably fix it. I'm getting some bad like frame reduction or something. I really wanted to shoot at least one. I need some more ammo though. I've got like no ammo. Alright, now can I find the truck? It's messing with your OCD. Yeah, I hear you, man. I totally get that. Oh, I need these. Before I die from lack of vitamin D. Man, I can spend hours looking for these darn mushrooms. These and those orange ones. Well, it depends on how they coded it. I'm guessing it probably won't be too difficult, seeing how they developed it so far. But I'm not a Unreal Engine developer either, so I'm not exactly sure what components they've used to build it so far. This could be all HTML based for all I know, but that's, I think, the easiest way to build UI systems in games is to build it using like basically web containers. Just use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, stuff like that, because that's has some of the best development already put in for UI. Is all because it's all browser-based stuff. It's all 2D stuff. I don't know where my truck's at. It's somewhere over here. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a little bit of streaming of coding and game development, but I'm not sure if people are interested in that or not. I'm currently playing around with Game Maker 2. That's a fun little game development environment. I know I wasn't that far from this area. It's gonna be back this way. I know I drove it just inside the tree line, so it's got. I should be able to see it from the. Unless somebody just like walked up and took it. Nope, I wasn't this far north. I must be like walking right by it and just missing it. Yeah, I was trying to play like just a few moments ago, and there's the truck. And then immediately while I was playing, I was trying to connect to servers. I loaded the game before they released the patch, and I was just browsing through the servers trying to pick one to connect to. And in between me loading the game and picking a server, they dropped a hotfix. And I was trying to connect to servers, and they were just like nothing was happening. It's like, what is going on? They released a patch. Yeah, they definitely you know, burn the midnight. Those, you know, they work late. They work a lot, so I just hope they don't get burned out. Yeah. I mean, it seems like they're dedicated and they're passionate about what they're doing, so that's good. I'm gonna take the yellow bricked road and go to one of these safe zones and see what it looks like. So, if I recall correctly, the safe zones are the Tech 1 locations, and they had almost like a big, large, those like towers that surrounded them on the outskirts. Did they add like a force field effect on them? Like, can you visually see when you're entering and exiting the safe zone? Okay, I'm like fishtailing here. Yeah, they definitely they don't wait too long before they release hot fixes. Okay, cool. I'm curious to see what it looks like. I have not looked at too many videos or streams of people showing all the new details. I like to see it for myself and kind of experience it for myself. And then if I have other stuff that I think I may have missed, or I want to find out more stuff afterwards, then I'll go check out all the spoilers that are out there. I like what they're doing with their cars, though. The cars have been really nice feature. I mean, they're well implemented as far as I'm concerned. I know they've got a lot more to add to them, but they work pretty good in the game. Physics and everything. I mean, look at the car when it turns. I mean, it's like got suspension to it and everything. It's pretty slick. It's going to be brutal when they open up the rest of the island and they take the map away. People are going to be lost. I'm going to be lost. As many hours I've put into the game, you think I know where I'm at, but nope. I need better brakes. Yeah. Yeah, the foods, that's the probably the most difficult thing for people to pick up on first in the game is understanding how to deal with metabolisms, vitamins, minerals, things like that, because there's a couple of them that are really hard to find and to satisfy. And then people end up having their characters die because they're not maintaining their health and they don't know what went wrong or how to fix it. But once you figured it out, you're like, oh, that's easy. It just, certain resources, like especially the vitamin D, where you gotta just go get the mushrooms, which are, you know, freely available just about anywhere, but in the forested areas. Okay, here we go. Really close. So yeah, oh, okay. That's exactly what I thought they would do. And it's just like the barriers they put up for the PvP. See? That's how smart they are. So they reused code that they used for the PvP matchups, and they used that. They changed it from red to blue, and now there's a barrier. And there's the tower. Those are the towers I was talking about earlier. A lot of people didn't notice these towers or even give any mind to them or knew what they were for. When I saw them in the game and I saw the areas that were just beyond them, I knew exactly what they were for. So I'm guessing we don't have NPCs or anything yet. Apparently they might leave sections of the map for us to find in the game. For example, say 20 common and sustainable foods. You can find them regularly. Many other important foods are random. I'm not sure exactly. Whoa, I lost my, hello. I think something just happened to the game here, because I can't move. Yeah, the game just, something happened to the game. Huh. Yeah, it crashed. Fatal error. So that's something that people are game thread timed out waiting for render thread 30 seconds or 60 seconds. That's apparently a common problem that's occurring. Please stand by. Right. Right. Yeah. So there's loot places you can loot chili plants and bananas, but you can't find them natively growing. I get what you're saying. Right. There's only certain plants that are containers that provide foods, but some of the other foods you can't find them growing. I wouldn't be surprised at some point if they implement like a farming. I'm sure that's going to be the next thing people are gonna start asking for. Cause let us build stuff. Let us build. Okay, let us farm. Let us farm. You know, gonna turn it into a. They gotta add all those simulator components for survival, I guess. Crafting, all that good stuff. There we go. Yeah, something just went way wrong. It's empty. So I think this is going to be really cool when they fill this stuff out. Because this is a lot of work. This is the stuff that takes tons of time, is adding all the NPCs and AI and stuff like that. Oh, because it's a disco room. I remember them talking about that. I can hear it. The bass thumping. Are you kidding me? These guys are funny. I can't even get this. There we go. Look at the bloom on that. It's like daytime and there's like serious bloom on that. Oh, come on. The door won't open. It's like party in there, man. Would they really do this to us? Oh, it's empty. There's nothing in there. Sounds like music. So this is the bar. Eat and drink. You can't get in. It's empty, but there's music playing. Is there anything else here? Where's this disco place? I saw there was a disco ball and they said there was some sort of disco going on. Workshop. So I'm guessing you can bring like a vehicle in here and work on it at some point. There's so much stuff they want to add to this game. Oh, there's a hog out there. She's breathing hard. Medical bay when you get shot by those high caliber weapons by the mechs. Yeah, there's supposed to be updating, like changing like the even bullet wounds and stuff like that. They're supposed to be implementing some serious stuff for that, but right now you just pack it with a cloth. So all this stuff they talk about adding. Okay, so this is still empty. Minus the diner sounds and signs. Sights and sounds. Storage. This would be cool. I guess if you get like a small... You enter one of these, you enter into an instance and get a small place to store some stuff safely. Maybe. That would be cool. Not a huge storage, but something where you can put some of your maybe mission items and items of importance. Maybe a gun or two. Just in case you have a really bad day on SCUM and you, you lose everything. And you're like, man, I spent hundreds of hours. Or if you forget to maintain your boxes. Okay, I mean, I like what they're doing. So do you know if two players enter this area and they shoot each other, do they deal damage? Do they kill each other? And then have they implemented any sort of timer mechanics? So like if you recently entered or exited the safe zone area, is there a timer? They should probably add like some sort of a grace period for entering and exiting safe zones. Because you're going to have people just camping these barriers or setting up bases around these barriers. That's what I was kind of worried about. If the space wasn't large enough. Because this could, I mean... You can kind of patrol this area, right? You lock this down. Because that's really what's going to happen in the future. No, right. Okay, so what I see... So games in the past where you don't have a lot of player mechanics or built-in mechanics in the game that prevent certain sort of actions by players, but that's left more open to the players to basically dictate how the game is played. When you introduce points of interest like this, or you introduce missions... It's going to change the game completely in the way people play it, right? So places like this will become extremely valuable. So players will team up and they will own these sections and they'll take them over because that's the main driver for the game at that point is being able to have access to these safe zones and the resources that they provide. So those resources that are in the game become extraordinarily valuable, and they're at known locations. And so players will inherently try to own them and keep them from other players to have an advantage. Oh, try to apply to be done on blueprint. Okay. I'm guessing it's just an unbuildable area, right? Where it's just red no matter where you try to place it. So outside, good. Oh, look at that. That's funny. Oh, you can place a blueprint inside. That doesn't seem right. A fence blueprint. Okay. So base building blueprints. Right, no. This whole thing should be red though. You should not have any placeables in here. And just outside of it is a no. Wow, I can't run while that's up. No! Bad hog. God. I was gonna beat it over the head with my axe and then get owned. All right, let me. What about I mean, that was a fence post, wasn't it? You build a wooden palisade as a fence post. It's doors, frames, cabin doors. Yeah, it was close. So I would guess, yeah. So there's probably going to be an area between here and there that you can't build, but it's not the building. It's just the area around it. So they're going to have. There will be players. I guarantee you, there will be players. And they will have schedules, and they will patrol these areas and own them. Wow, I can't play this anywhere. This is pretty far out. What is the requirement for this? Do I have to have some? I probably can't build this because I don't have the skills to do it. Because I'm a dumb head. I have no skills in. I have no ranks in survival yet. I probably have to have a. Well, I mean, usually it would grade out to where you can't even select it. Listen to the piggy. I need some food. Oh, I scared it. I was too loud. Whoops. I don't know if this is my skill problem or if they've actually denied building this far out. Yeah, I definitely like player run servers better because of admins and because they can restart servers. And if you get stuck in something, I've gotten stuck in world objects several times, and having someone able to teleport you back out is really helpful. Or having a Discord to go into and just ask for help, or even, questions about basic stuff. It's helpful. And they can, if there's a mechanic that's broken or something that's broken, they can work around that by changing basic game features and functions. Yeah, I saw that there was a map in the patch notes for places you can and can't build, like marked by red areas, which made sense. These guys. Get on the car. Come for a ride. Let's go. They really need to have the puppets rip the door open and drag you out of the car, because that would be great. And they need more enemies like puppets. Let's box this guy. That's right, I hit like a girl. Come on. Better watch out. I hit like a girl that knows what she's doing. Let's go. Oh, God. Knock me over. Good Lord, this guy is manhandling me. Come on. Oh, that's... I hit 3, not 2. Yeah, you're dead now. Don't mess with me. I have 0 boxing skill. Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of boxing skill. That way you can actually deal some damage. Yeah, their vaulting is jumping very high. Yeah. Puppets. Alright, let's go hide this cart. I gotta pee or something. Yep, I've really gotta go. Let's find a bush. And I'm bleeding to death. Right. Yeah, again, like fixing the gunplay, fixing things like making the puppets work better. All really good things to work on and get working. But again, I think like just like they just recently, where they're just implementing new content and features and putting the framework in place, and then they come back and layer on the fixes for those new content. So I don't doubt that they probably have somebody like just like right now they have somebody working on metabolism and food just in the background. We don't see it in the updates, but they're working on it. And then at some point there's going to be a big metabolism patch, food patch, where they update all the nutrition and stuff for the food. So I bet at some point we'll see some basic NPCs implemented, and then they're going to continue working on them, and then there'll be big patches for NPCs and more quests and stuff like that. So I gotta go drive the car somewhere and hide it, I guess, so I can come back to it in a little bit. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, no doubt. Especially with the missions, they just added the mission component, so they're definitely going to want to add some NPCs and things like that. The tutorial is a big time for new players. That's going to help a lot. It's amazing how many games come out that don't have a basic tutorial with like how to use the UI, what buttons to push, and people are just lost. And I don't know what kind of statistics they collect, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had like player tickets open about people losing their items, and that comment about 50% of players leave their knife behind on the ground. I would guess that's probably close to accurate. People just don't know just the basics, ins and outs. They get frustrated, they quit the game early, leave a bad review, move on, because they don't have time. They don't want to spend the time. Yeah, SCUM is not an easy game starting out for new players. It's very rough. Once you get the hang of it, I would say it's not a difficult game to play once you understand how it works and how to work around the different mechanics of the game. Then it becomes fairly simplistic not to die. Because that's, I mean, essentially what you're trying to do is not die. You're trying to, it's a survival game in its core. But right now, when it was first released, people treated it as PUBG, and they didn't understand that it was not PUBG. It's supposed to be a survival game. All right, guys, that's it for just this morning. I'll probably be doing some more SCUM streaming later on this weekend and into next weekend, because there's a lot of new content I want to get to and mess around with. And I'll probably join a more populated server on my next stream, just so I can get some player interaction, maybe shoot some guys, get shot in the face myself. So I appreciate all the new follows. Bubba, appreciate you joining. Director, appreciate you talking in this stream. It's been a lot of fun. Shoot me a comment in in the channel here about your server if you want. Advertise, that's cool. I don't mind. I don't run a server or anything like that, so if you want to advertise your server, just don't spam it. But go ahead and leave a comment, and people can check it out in the replay. Yeah, definitely come back in and watch again. I appreciate the interaction. It's cool to talk scum, talk about the game, talk about IT hardware and all that kind of cool stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. This is Scum, some of the new updates. Next time I'll jump in and look more of the updates in detail, and we'll talk about them. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time.